Today is Monday, and we know what that means. That means it is time for a project from the bin that we made during Mass Make March, and that just needs a little bit more finishing. So let's see which one we're going to do today. Brown Sandwich Bag Mini Journal. Let's do it. Hi everyone, my name is Mary Lou, and this is Create Junk Journals with Mary Lou. So the project that I pulled from the bin today is Brown Sandwich Bag Mini Journal. If you remember, I made this one during Mass Make March, and all I really did was build the journals, and then I decorated this one with one of the freebies that I have in my coffee shop, and then I put a thread cluster behind her, and that's all I did. So then I was told um, that my video was misleading because I was actually using a lunch bag and not a sandwich bag. So well, I personally have always called a lunch bag a sandwich bag. To me, it is an interchangeable term. I am not overly concerned. So I apologize if that was misleading, but I think in the end it was a brown paper bag. It was nothing overly misleading about, there's nothing misleading about a brown paper bag. So I have one. I made two and I decorated one. So I have one left. And I think I want to put this one into my lavender and coffee journal. If you are looking for the kit for the lavender and coffee journal, it is called La Lavande et le Café, and it is in my coffee shop and in my Ko-fi shop and in my Etsy shop, and the links are in the description. So I'll put this one aside and we'll put this one in there so that we can use it like as a, like, let me take all this stuff out of here because I'm very slowly starting to decorate this journal, but we can put this in here, for example. So then you have a little bit of extra journal space in there, or I can make a pocket and stick it in there, right? Just like so. So that is my plan. So I'll put the big journal aside and I will show you what I have. I've been playing with my watercolors a little bit, and I think this would make a beautiful cover for the front. And so if I can, I'm going to measure this and see if it is 6 inches, or sorry, 3 inches across. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, yeah, close enough. I can put, so I can cut this into 3 inches. Because I know this is 6 inches. I'll show you 6 inches. So if I cut it to 3 inches, then I have a front and a back. Yeah, and then the length of this is, this needs to be about 4 7/8 of an inch. So right there. And right here. Right there. And what I like about these little journals is they're very easy to make. I've made them out of brown paper bags. So it's a sandwich bag, a lunch bag on the outside, and then there is the brown paper bags that I cut into the pages. So it is super recyclable. And I can put this on the front here. So I'll just need to ink around it a little bit and give it a bit of a border. I think I want to use walnut stain. So let's ink that. I'm actually going to go around a little bit because it can get a little bit darker on the edges. So when I go like this, I'm catching the outer edge, but I'm also right away framing towards the center. So it looks brighter in the center than what it does on the edges, and that's what I really want. So every now and again, I'm just playing with watercolors and testing things and seeing how I can work with it. And then I get some backgrounds and stuff that I can use for my journals. There we go. So I have 2 of these and I like them. I have some lavender ribbon. So I think I have lots here. I have some lavender fabric, but this is very bright. I would have to grunge this up a little bit because that's way too pretty. I have lavender lace in different shades of lavender, but look how beautiful that is with the ribbon. It all just kind of works together now. We're getting to that point where everything is done. I can just start assembling this journal. And then I have all my everything fussy cut from the kit. Come on. So I think I can very easily create a cover for the brown paper bag journal. So I'm going to set a timer for 30 minutes and I am going to have this done within 30 minutes. So let's do it. So the idea that I'm having is to put these on either side of the cover. And I'll use my fast grab tacky glue to do that. Yeah. No, not yet. I want to put something behind there, so I want to have like some cheesecloth or something like that behind it to kind of give it some more texture. So and I think I want that only on the front cover, so that's okay. Scissors. And let's rip that up. That's what I love about using cheesecloth is that you can just rip it. It is just going to start looking better the more torn and ripped it is. And I've been working towards like I can never get a journal just like, oh yeah, now I'm going to do this. No, like there is stuff that needs to be dyed and it needs to be made ready and I have to have the right mindset for it. So it always takes me a moment to get it done. I can use my fast grab tacky glue to glue the cheesecloth on here. So I'm just going around like that and making sure that there's lots of glue on the front and that I am gluing all the loose pieces together as well. So, because you don't want the bag to fall apart when it is looking really pretty. Like that would be absolutely terrible. That's one. We'll put this in here. Just lay it right on there. There we go. And yes, I am keeping these pieces just hanging. I am not overly concerned. If I want to, I can probably put them towards the back. That way it looks a little cleaner, I think. There we go, that's better. And then I'm going to put this right over top here. And it's funny, there is so many different shades of lavender. So many. I've taken the palette actually, like everything kind of works together, but there is like a greater palette where it is more towards pinkish, and yeah, it all just blends. So if you're coming at me saying that I am not working with lavender, yes I am. There are different shades. Mauve is a shade of lavender. So I am keeping it pretty broad for that. Okay, put lots of glue on there because I don't want it to fall apart. And then I'm just sticking this right here and making sure that it is going in the right spot. There, grab my bone folder, make sure that everything is neatly attached. There we go. That's one side. So let's put this one on the other side. And it's still going to take, I'm still putting lots of glue on here, but not nearly as much as when you put cheesecloth underneath it as well. And this is actually not a lot of glue. It just looks like it, but it really isn't. So then this can go right here. Just like that. And we use the bone folder to smooth it down. And now you can see why I wanted to cover the edges with the vintage photo, to give it that uniformity feel. There we go. I may have to stick this one under the sewing machine later to make sure everything is going to stay as it is supposed to be. There. Well, that's already an upgrade from what it was. It was kind of like blah, and now it's pretty. What do I want to put on the front? I want to put something pretty on the front, and I have this lovely lady. I think she would look beautiful there. But we need something behind her, so I would like some text, but I want to kind of have like a stamped text and not a glued text. So I'm just going to grab my this is Ledger Script by Tim Holtz and Stampers Anonymous. So that's what I am going to use. If I can find my stamp pad. Here. I'm just slapping a little ink on there. It won't be completely inked. And all I'm doing is just tapping this on here so that we get the texture from the text, but it's not a legible background. Right there. Put this back on here. Can we put it away? I can put some ink around her. And again, just using the vintage photo. Just to blend her into the background. And I just love this one. This was this image. Actually, no. The image that I started with, like that the whole kit has been inspired on, is this one. That's what everything came from. So it is, yeah, it's pretty cool what has actually come out of that, because the whole paper doll series has come out of this paper doll. This is where I started, and then I just kind of ran with it. I have some coffee dyed cotton here. And I can use that to make a little strip right here. Do I want that right there, or do I want that on this side? Or do I want to turn that? Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to turn that into the the closure. I think I don't want to use anything pretty and shiny. I want this to be a little bit grungier, so having the coffee dyed ribbon in there, that would be perfect. I may put something behind her though. She needs something, and I have some bits of lavender, some sprigs that I can kind of stick behind here. And I have this as well. Let's see. If I start with this, like that works. And then I can put the sprig of lavender if I have another one. I know I have another one. I know I cut it yesterday. There it is. I'll stick that right there. Right there. And no, that's too much. I don't like it. Let's see. I am starting to think that this is all I need in the front. I just need like a thread cluster or something behind it. So I also have some gray thread that I want to use, and I think the gray is actually what is going to make it look better than the lavender. And the gray is going to push everything a little bit more towards the grunge. So if I go like this, Yeah. Um, that was a yeah, but I'm not sure. Kind of yeah. So I'm just crumpling this up, making it a little smaller because I had it way too big. And when I'm doing it without sewing around it, and I really have to do another batch of thread clusters, then I just kind of loop it together and then put it on there. I want it that way or that way. I think I want it that way. So first off, I am going to take some of the fast grab tacky glue and just close it back up and grab my inker and ink this edge. And the journal is going to stay completely clear on the inside. I am not doing anything in there because this is just added journal space. So it can have a pretty cover, but it doesn't need to be a fully decorated journal. I think. I may change my mind. Who knows? So there's that. Then I can put my thread cluster right here. I'm just sticking it right in there. Let's put a little label on there to hold it down. Let's see, what do I have that I think I would look cool? I think right there, that one. That's cool. So I just need to cut those little corners out. Ink around it. Put some blue on there. And put that right in there. So that is holding the thread cluster closed. Or not closed, glued down. And then this is going to go over top of it to finish off that cluster completely. And I'm going to grab my bone folder and just rub over it to make sure that it is well attached, that the glue is well adhered. There we go. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Very pretty, very simple. But yeah. Not everything has to be complicated and very labor intensive. So now I'm not even sure if I want to put anything on here for a closure because if I want to put it inside the journal, then I can't have a closure on it. I think. Unless I'm putting it inside a pocket. Like if I'm putting it inside this pocket, it would work. Or if I go like this, it doesn't work. So, and I think like that, it is actually the coolest idea where you're just taking the center and you're opening it up and you're just sticking that right in there. I like that. That's exactly where she's going to live. So This was a super fast, easy project. There's not a lot to it. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm actually going to spend a little while working on this journal and doing a little decorating in there and just getting some stuff ready, um, because I think I have it all laying in front of me now, so it is that time. Thank you so much for watching. This was Monday video with what is in the bin, and today it was a sandwich bag or lunch bag mini journal. I will link the video for where I built this journal in the description below. There's also a link right up there. And I will put it there so you will be able to see it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you again on Wednesday. Bye.